James here, and today I'm in London. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to find out what English people think of America/Americans. So, let's find out.
No, I haven't.
No?
Not yet, but definitely will.
I have been, yes. I've been twice. 3 times. Thrice.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, family holiday.
Right, okay.
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, I've been to Florida.
Yes.
I've been to America before, yep.
I went to Florida when I was about 16, did all the theme park stuff. Absolutely loved it.
Yes, I have. Chicago.
Never. Really want to. Never been. Yeah, I've been to New York City.
No.
Just a lot of takeaway food.
I think growing up I always thought America was a very similar place to the UK. Clearly that was very different.
That's fair, yep.
For me, I always see like America is almost like the bigger version of England. Like you do things bigger than us. You obviously have the Super Bowl, the halftime show. All of it's like huge. A lot of like musical inspiration and sort of style always starts in America usually, and then comes over to us. I know we got our little bits going on as well in London.
We got the sauce. South London represent.
South London sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we really love America. It does feel as if you're walking around on a movie set the whole time.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. Like, we went on family holidays to Florida, and I got adopted by so many American couples when I wandered off on my own. It was amazing.
It's like I see America as really divided. So like parts of it, like the coasts, I would definitely go to and would love to go to. But yeah, like middle America, like not really.
I went quite a bit of time ago, like 5 years. So it was kind of good, but like at the moment, all I know is Donald Trump, I'm not going to lie. So that's not, I don't like that.
Okay.
The food portions were enormous. Ate a lot for breakfast and like always, so we were always like amazed at how much food there was available for everyone to eat. The biggest impression was the healthcare thing.
You're blessed as a country that you've got so many different cultures, so many different types of people, so many different races and backgrounds come into like a big melting pot, and that's what we share as country. So I think patriotic is the big thing though for me. I think it's like a thing where like you actually have like a kind of a connection with your flag and your country that like not many countries actually do.
I think parts of it are cool. I quite like Florida, New York, the idea of the West Coast, but I think there's parts of America which I just do not agree with. The Deep South, that sort of places, the Trump territory, I think is absolutely crazy out there.
It was so cool when I went. There was a jazz festival going on. I'm really into music, so that was amazing. Lots of incredibly large portions of pizza, which was really cool. So I really loved it.
I imagined being this like amazing buzzing place, kind of full of energy and a real like love of life somehow, a bit more than maybe we have here. Big portions comes into it, big portions of food.
As America on a whole, I don't know, it's hard to judge. I think it's very varied.
For me, I have to see it for myself. I can't really say. I've just heard too many mixed reviews, so I got to find out when I get there.
The accent is louder than like us English people. We're known to be quite quiet when we talk, whereas Americans are usually pronounce over you. Just like the big, very confident, I would say.
Slightly disappointed since Trump, but saying that we can't really talk with Brexit, so...
I think the interesting bit for me is that they kind of think America's the centre of the universe.
That's fair, that's fair.
So there's not a lot of understanding of what happens in the rest of the world.
I think I'm the most so happy and so willing to talk to everyone. No one on the tube talks to each other. It's not a thing. So many Americans start up conversations on the tube. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool as well.
They seem really bubbly and nice, to be honest. They seem really comfortable, like outgoing and stuff.
I think they're open to change and sexuality, things like that. But it's just like the other small, side that are just hate, full of hate and stuff.
I'd say the first word is loud, as a sort of general description. Very friendly, charming, and want to know about you and get involved. Where sometimes some people would smell the place with a step back. So they don't step back from putting themselves out there. I feel having certain expectations based on their lifestyle of other cultures or countries.
I think they're very, very friendly. They can be overbearing sometimes.
I think of the word awesome. I hear also a lot of my American colleagues say awesome a lot. So yeah,
the word itself.
awesome. Yes, exactly. Very enthusiastic and like very positive in a way that I think English people are not. So.
Yeah, she's nailed it. Enthusiastic and loud, maybe slightly. I think, but in a positive way.
Yeah, a lot of them are quite loud. Speak their mind, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. A lot of them eat too much.
I mean, they're pretty loud. Wherever you go, you know, you can hear them a mile away. It's not to say that they're bad people. I guess it's just different culture, different way of doing stuff. If they live here for a while, you'll understand that, you know, there's a few do's and don'ts, but otherwise, they're fine. They're not hurting anyone.
I think Americans are very positive, and I think often we lack that here. So positivity. Okay. Sometimes too much.
Music. Yeah, and food.
Yeah, music as well. Yeah. It's good at being American.
Okay.
So like it's good at having its national identity. Maybe it's not something that's felt across the whole, you know, if you go into the country that people have different ideas of what it means to be American or not and all that kind of thing. So I'm just speaking from an outsider perspective.
I go forward thinking. I think as a country you've got things which a lot of other countries would love to have, and you're blessed with that. I think when you go over there you do things in a way bigger and better than everyone else. I think you go over there and you think, oh, it's quite grandiose, it's got lots of things about it, and that's kind of the thing I really like it. And I think as well, it's quite nice to actually share similarities with a country, and I think when you go to America you really do feel like it's not a massive change, or it's not a massive leap, and it's quite comforting, I guess, for British people when you go over, because it doesn't feel too different.
The diversity.
I love the culture, the positivity, the food, the beautiful like landscape.
I think I love how much variety there is in one place. Like I think they say something about how many people don't have a passport in America because you don't need to come out because you can see so much within. So I think I love that, to have so much variety on your doorstep.
It's usually like the first place to have stuff. So like all the new foods or like technology, blah blah blah, like America has it. And then we're like, when's it going to come to the UK?
I think choice and variety. So when it comes to people, maybe even, you know, places you can go or things you can eat, it just seems like there's absolutely everything there. I mean, we have tons and tons of stuff here, but it's not mostly readily available everywhere.
Trump. The corruption is so good in America. I think it's better than England because they get everyone to stay hush-hush, earn a certain amount of money and not be as successful.
Guns.
I'm afraid I've got to say Trump. How on earth they could vote for Trump?
Probably how mixed religion is into your politics. So many arguments for and against things. They'd be like, oh, why are you against this? Oh, because it's against my religion, so therefore we should outlaw it.
Right.
I have a real problem with that.
Okay, yeah, actually, you know, I don't like police, like your police in America, like, wow, like that is crazy.
So I feel like people subscribe to franchises way too much in America. I feel like it's really franchised. Like, I feel like everything's just like a walking brand. Like, it just doesn't feel as, I feel like at least with London, like, you get a lot more personality from it. And do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Use of like tons of cars or something, and like emitting, you know, a lot of emissions. But the thing is, I feel like, I don't know if I feel like that is, America is definitely like a big producer of all that stuff, but it's just so, like, everyone uses cars, and I don't know, it just feels like it's an easy thing to say.
It's kind of the kind of people who are, in our eyes, probably like bigots. Like I think for me the big thing is like everyone needs to be inclusive in the world. I come from London. I'm from a city where there's so many different people that you can talk to, and every single day you experience a different culture, a different way of life, and that's what makes this country great. And there's certain people in America, when you watch them on TV, that you just listen to and you're like, you're slightly backward in your thinking, and it shouldn't be that way.
I think it's the feeling that they think they're the best in the world. That's the one thing.
Am I allowed to say Trump?
Absolutely.
Trump.
Okay, yep, that's fair.
And not so much him, but like what he represents, which is kind of quite an insular, or it seems to me anyway, a kind of insular mentality, which doesn't sort of encourage that idea of liberation and inclusivity, which I think to me is what America stands for. So yeah, I find that really a weird break in America, I suppose.
I think it's sort of the nationalism is wonderful in so many ways, but sometimes, like you say, a bit insular, and the sort of the American pride is wonderful in so many ways, but slightly
have a darker side.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what I don't like coming as an outsider into it.
Donald Trump.
A popular
Portion sizes.
portion size, make them smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I suppose it's just all the things you hear about. You know, all of the problems that are going on with the country and the people who are running it.
Okay, hey man, my name's Dan and I live on a farm. I'd like to say that my accent's alright, but that's just what English people say.
I don't believe it, man. I just can't believe it. The whole gang's gone. Louis, Snake Eyes, Ritzy, Angelo.
Hello, how's it going? I had the most amazing time in Cali. We were on Venice Beach. It was so gorgeous.
So I was walking down the street and
My name is Greta.
It's American to do like.
Oh my god, I cannot believe he dropped the baby again.
Hey y'all, my name's James. Gonna get a hamburger and fries. There we go.
I want to get a cup of coffee in Boston.
Say it every
What
once
do
in
you
a while.
want me to say? I don't
Sorry,
know,
you
like
could be like-
my best American accent. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Perfect. That's good.
I want hamburgers and fries.
That's good.
Hey, my name is Danny. I love burgers, and I'm obese. And I'm sorry, that's really but yeah.
That's all right, Danny. Appreciate you doing this, man. All right, so in conclusion, that is what the English think of the Americans. It's been a long day, a long trip. So, having said all that and met all those people, this video is finished. Good night.